During my last few mixes and talks, for the first time in months, I said seemingly nice things. They were just compliments here and there about certain Asian people and certain Slavic and Germanic people. I didn't say anything. Even they look more good right now. So the point is, I gave a bunch of nice words to some of the main goose steppers, and they thought they were tricking me into thinking they weren't goose steppers. So I was just showing everybody how good at infiltration I am. Literally in a day, half a day, a few hours in a day, I made 3 hours worth of music with a few shout outs, which means mentions of my enemies here and there. And I said it so nicely that literally within a day they thought they were all going to escape from their war crimes. They were my best friend already. Nah, the Unforgivables, they blame the moon, but they're in cahoots with the moon. Meaning to me, it's simply another one of their factions, and they're all loyal to each other. They're still doing the tragedy cult. Yeah, the shadow. It's not government, it's a tragedy cult. The New World Order tragedy cult that controls the world. It controls China, Japan, Russia, Germany, the country I'm in, America. And what I've been saying in the world the past year, they've been raping clones of women I like with either doppelgangers or these wannabe world leaders. Seriously, how many times did Vladimir Putin and Jeffrey Epstein rape my two sisters or clones of them? I don't want to know the exact numbers, but the fact that my own country is still loyal to all this, yeah. Oh man, I'm immortal. I can't get killed. It just, very depressing because until we stop the enemy, which could have happened by now, they're raping clones. Then they kill them because clones don't like getting raped, and then they clone them again. There isn't anyone who likes getting raped. The enemy men, when I get them, they best love getting raped with their own severed micros, or else. Aside from that, yeah, pretty much there's nothing pretty about it. The entire world is run by these traders. And I'm in America, literally in America, saving the world single-handedly the past year. Hey, why did the enemy mutilate all men's penises, all children's, all boys' penises? Wouldn't have proven a more benevolent point at that level of it being unforgivable to simply have cut off someone's hand? You know, this person wronged me. This child wronged me. I know I shouldn't chop off a child's hand or this guy's hand or this woman's hand, but I'm gonna skip that and go straight for the genital mutilation. That's literally the entire enemy. I've personally never even hit anyone in my adult life. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but why is America stupid? where it's, sorry, America isn't stupid, I'm American. Sometimes I'm a little stupid. I mean, its faction of the tragedy called New World Order shadow government. Because if this is going to be a 10-year ground war, oh yeah, you like I blinked twice to make you think I aren't going to go that route. And I'm in America. Which treacherous goose stepper? You defeated the goose steppers almost 100 years ago, and now you are goose steppers. Goose steppers are Nazi era level Nazis. They're still doing it. The recent virus was their new final solution, if you hadn't noticed. And they target anyone who talks about the truth, similar to how I'm doing. Anyway, so obviously I'm going to start in America because I'm American and I'm already in America. So every other country should start rounding up their unforgivables. Never hurt women. I could take down, less than lethally, a woman with an assault rifle who's trying to use it. And all I have is my sexiness to rely on. I'm not even trying to be sexy right now, but for some reason she doesn't want to shoot me because I'm the first man in possibly 100 years who said nice things about women. And then the enemy raped and mutilated clones of my already dead sisters to put me in my place because I said nice things about women. Including the American faction of this. So yeah, I guess the future is going to have a lot more righteous mutilation from this benevolent homeless guy. A lot less of those nice, sometimes they create world peace, sometimes they make people. Basically, I'm done doing nice things. I'm going back to the purest aggression route for 2022. So hopefully it isn't a 10-year ground war, and hopefully literally by the end of this video, they don't have any luck. They're being protected by unforgivables who are waiting for their turn to get clones to rape. Or they're protected by guys who are seriously loyal to wannabe underworld bosses that rape clones of women in full bodies, by which I mean like grown-up bodies, but their minds are a day old. So they're loyal to baby rapists. So that's why anyone protecting the enemy is also going to be getting demicroed and having their their micro reattached larger and larger to train new medical professionals on how to reattach genitals that work. So that way all the victims of the world will have competent doctors that can help them. And at the same time, this is a permanent hell. Even though I want to learn how to do all that doctor stuff, I don't know everything yet. I don't know a lot, but I know a lot more than most. And I know the truest shit. So yeah, the world will always need more medical professionals. These men will always be locked up. Eventually, I mean, we could probably automate the process, even make, cyborgs that aren't sentient, but are, medical androids, basically, medical droids, medical robots that can perform those operations 100% effectively without any pain. Because that way, it's only at level 3 of my personal hell. It's level 4 when they start getting reattached bigger, but they already have to eat their severed micro and balls 3 times a day, because I bet that's how easy it is to reattach this stuff, as in you could do it 3 times a day. And because the enemy is still raping new clones and refusing a peace treaty, they're going to be spending their ageless lives. They don't age. I don't age either. I'm also immortal. That's how I know I'm going to get this done. They're bunkered out in their final days. They're all clone raping together in Hitler's bunker, basically, before we get in there and start giving them what they deserve, which is their own severed Hitler dick, their micro, down their throats indefinitely. And that's it. I'm never gonna fuck up. Meaning I'm never gonna accidentally kill them in the torture chamber a million years from now. Holy shit. That's a lot of protein swallows. You enjoying this 20-foot micro every day, 3 times a day. I guess sometimes when we're busy and we can't reattach it 3 times a day because there's so many men to torture. Whatever you shit out, that 20-foot severed micro that you're eating, when you shit it out that day, you can eat it again. Whatever is cost effective. Anyway, so that's it, everybody. Drayway 8. This is January 8th. I didn't look up there for a reason. Most people look a specific way when they're whatchamacallit. None of that was code. When people are remembering, I'm bad at dates, okay? I usually just do my own thing, do what I want to do. None of this is code. My point is, it's the first month of the year, okay? The 8th day, the enemy is still refusing to surrender, including the enemies in America. Even though I have the support of regular people, by which I mean people who like free will, all over the world, and we're still listening to the enemies talk about if that guy knew where they're trying to, it's already against the law. It's a war crime to pimp women. And they do it every single day while we try to save the world. Me and some guys who went AWOL, okay? And we already pretty much did it. But the world is still run by these unforgivables. This is my point. If that guy knew wherever this man is, that's still trying to, I don't know what you call it, facilitate rape. Women don't want to get pimped, even if it's the dopest dude in the world. They want to have a free will relationship. They want to be hostages and forced into harems that you're then facilitating. A bunch of 1-year-olds that are forced to perform sexual acts with each other. That makes me want to work with the enemy. It doesn't. I have morals and integrity. So, option number 2. A bunch of attractive women that you literally killed and put your own cybernetic eyes into. And some of you were men. And shit, you do know even the women are war criminals that I can't wait to put where they deserve. Body snatching is a war crime. So the enemy is currently offering me a harem of under 1-year-olds in adult bodies that they already raped a bunch. And a bunch of women they abducted all over the internet and put their own cybernetic eyes into to try and escape. And a lot of these may have been the main orchestrators who literally chose to at the final days of the war, kill another woman and inhabit her body and pretend to be her to try and escape. Yet their cybernetic third eyes have all their memories, so we'll know who they were. And killing a woman at this point, you do know my hell's always going to get worse. That's literally one of the most unforgivable things you can do. This is how unforgivable the enemy is. We were telling everybody, stop killing women. That's why we aren't working with so many factions all over the world, is because of how many women they kill. And simply because we said that, they started killing women even more. So now this is why this is a ground war, and I'll have your micros in person. I recommend you stop raping, clone raping, doing anything unforgivable. Because even if you kill yourself at the last second while I'm outside your door, I'm going to learn magic more powerful than the magic I already know. And before I learn resurrection, natural resurrection, where I'll literally be able to bring spirits into the world, I'm going to learn unholy resurrection. That's when you bring a soul back. You basically create the body through magic. This isn't technology. I materialize a body for you, but it's in paralysis. And so I basically resurrected you into existence, because whatever you're getting in hell isn't as painful as I'm going to make it on earth. So even if you think you could escape with all your crimes or do a bunch of unforgivable crimes before you finally kill yourself at the last second, yeah, I'm going to resurrect you and continue the torture that you were doing onto innocent people, except onto you. And hey, yeah, I'm sure all your victims will like a turn also. It's only going to be eternity, so we can always make it more painful. None of this is a joke, people. You want to be on my side. I'm literally the one good leader in this. There's thousands of New World Order wannabe underworld leaders. Most of them, almost all of them, pretend that they are me. Some of them are clones that resemble me all around the world. And all of them rape clones and are tragedy cultists. Their most recent thing that they did, while I was attempting to save the world, effectively, aggressively, but effectively, Japan, a member of this New World Order cult, well, its cultists that lead it, killed a bunch of Japanese women. So, the reason they did this was because I was angry that they mutilate children, women, and good dudes. So I got, pretty heated and angry in my talks about them. So they killed my Japanese fans, a bunch of appropriately aged Japanese schoolgirls that were listening to me. Most of the world speaks English, and I'm the first person in over 20 years. My life, I'm 29, their lives, however old they are. Because adults are similar to this. A 50-year-old, for example, for the last 50 years, the past few months when I've been telling the truth, first time the world's been getting the truth. And for the last 50 years, never that, everyone's been getting killed for it. So yeah, I have fans all over the world simply because I'm telling the truth and I'm staying alive. And whoever are the cultists that run Japan, they literally killed female fans in Japan of mine and blamed me because they said they committed suicide because I was being very aggressive towards Japan, even though literally for the past year, and you can look at my history, I've never been racist against any Asian people or any people in Japanese video games. I know I'm a nerd, but Japanese video games were some of the ones I liked the most. And it's more than that. Their history is obviously point is, I've always liked Japan and most of the countries in the world. As in this, I don't know all of them. The ones I know about. So I was angry at the Unforgivables enslaving Japan and clone raping in Japan. So they called that racism and killed a bunch of innocent Asian schoolgirls, Japanese schoolgirls that liked a good guy that wants to empower good people, and then blamed me because they said I was being too racist, even though it was pretend, meaning I wasn't being racist. I was identifying myself as an Asian person while I was going after I was born on the borders of Asia. My point is, I was identifying myself as an Asian while I was attacking the treacherous, should be exiled Asians, destroying Japan and China. Those are fake Asians. I was born next to the Black Sea, literally on the border of Europe and Asia. Hey, you think if I go, no, I'm not gonna, you're gonna think I'm racist, but seriously, you know how certain Asians get that surgery to make their eyes look more Caucasian? Asian sounds more superior to Caucasians. Eek. Anyway, and CERN never mutilate ladies, mutilation type, I don't know what they even call them. Basically, here's how it happens. Sometimes Asians are so racist simply because an Asian gets a surgery to make their eyes bigger. They mutilate that Asian for being a racist. So out of curiosity, I know I would look similar to one of the enemy goose steppers, the white ones, but there are also plenty of Asian goose steppers. All the goose steppers are men. I'm just wondering if I had a similar surgery, because I have, white person eyes, and if I got a surgery to make my eyes look Asian, which very androgynous. Most people find it attractive. Many people around the world have eyes like that. So if I had a surgery to make my eyes look more Asian, and then also incorporated all Asian culture from around the world over how much I like all people. Which are the Asians that would be sent to try and kill me again because I like their people? Oh, the ones that still run China and Japan, Germany and Russia, and America and the moon. What's with all the racism? None of this is bullshit. If I was born into an Asian body or any body, I would have been the same person. And yeah, Whitey's hella ugly. Ooh, Mary Sue White guy. This is literally one of the most unattractive looks on the planet. That's why I don't mind having it. Because, hey, I don't mind the disadvantage. I have an advantage when I have a disadvantage. Anyway, so, see you during World War III. If you're good and benevolent, you don't have anything to worry about. I'll tell everybody, preferably ahead of time when I'm launching nukes. Currently, I don't have capabilities to launch nukes myself, by which I mean I'm one homeless guy with negative money in my bank account. So I don't have a silo or any missiles. Within the year, I might. And if till then, first target is obviously the moon. Anyone who has nuclear capabilities and wants to simply obliterate, destroy, vaporize, kill the moon. Or do it like that game Destiny, where you leave a half ramp in the sky, half of it there. Maybe we'll make a skate park up there with like spacesuits. Once we destroy the moon, that's target number one. But a lot of these invaders have been destroying Earth from Earth a very long time. And a lot of them still control their countries. And it isn't their countries. Why does Japan have the highest suicide rate? Because when the people find out that whoever is leading that part of the world, their country, are raping clones, they get so depressed they either kill themselves or try and stop it, tell the world, and get killed by those clone rapists and the clone rapists that control the rest of the world. And hey, October 2021, when I started doing all this myself because I realized everyone else was a traitor, for the first time the world had anything to help counter how depressing all that is. And it was me talking about it and being encouraging, hoping that everybody gets through it. Because one of the main reasons they did it so aggressively was to get me to kill myself. They already killed 2 of my sisters. I was the most depressed I could be from the first one. And then clone then killed and raped and mutilated them 1 million or 1 billion times more. And that's literally because they wanted me to be so depressed, they wanted me to kill myself. I can't get killed. Whatever my third eye is, historically, they've explained the only way it's ever gotten killed is if it turns unforgivable, which I never have, or it kills itself, which I never will. So instead of making friends with one of the most known, deadliest, unkillable, can't get killed immortals that we know of, this guy right here talking, they decided to clone, mutilate, rape, and kill billions of copies of everything I've ever wanted, a sister or a girlfriend that they've always taken from me my entire life. Yeah. That's why I'm gonna be enjoying hell on earth. They aren't.